So I have on the screen for you, I'm going to use this model that I created, masculine male character. In this case, he's got tattoos. You can see, do I need to zoom in? Maybe I will. Yeah, all right. You can see I have tattoos on him. But this is all just to illustrate. We've got a masculine male character that I created. I'm going to use this. I don't even have a name for him. Isn't that sad? Let's just call him Tattoo Guy. Real original, huh? But he will be our model character that I use to show you what you can get if you interact with me to purchase custom images. All right, this is custom images. It's a how-to, simple. I hope you stick with it here and enjoy the video. Tattoo Guy is here, and you know, I will admit this is not. He doesn't look like a totally realistic human being, and I was just playing around with posing him. So he looks kind of funky, doesn't he? Looks like a store mannequin who's having troubles. I don't know. See if we bend his arm. That doesn't help too much. But what I was going to say is one of the things that you get to choose, and this character, Tattoo Guy, is showing it. You get to choose what the character is wearing. In this case, it's a contemporary t-shirt with a nice design on the front. I want to also show you up close. There we go. What he looks like he may be feeling, his emotional state in just this one snapshot. What do you think this guy, Tattoo Guy, is feeling? What is his emotional state? What do you think? Well, I'm not sure this is much better as far as what he may look like. Let's turn down just a bit. Incidentally, what you're looking at, this that you see now, is what it looks like to me, and usually people don't see this except me. This is what it looks like inside the app where I create the characters and I change what they look like, what they may be feeling, and so forth. Normally they look more like this, which is a little easier on the eyes. There we go. So here we have the same Tattoo Guy, different pose, still wearing that same contemporary t-shirt, but I call your attention to his emotional condition or his emotional state as depicted here. There is no right or wrong answer, but what do you think he is feeling, this guy, Tattoo Guy, in this image? What do you think he is feeling? And then one more option number 3 here in the demo. What do you think this image shows that Tattoo Guy is feeling? What do you think this shows about his emotional condition? Again, no right or wrong answers. I just want you to think about what you see on the screen. And I will do one more version of Tattoo Guy, different pose. Well, the pose is the same below the neck. His head is pretty much in the same position as you've seen it. His neck also, but his expression is different. And again, think about, what does this Tattoo Guy, what does he look like he's feeling at the moment in this image? Again, no right or wrong answer. I just want you to think about what you see when you look at a character in an image. What do you see when you look at this character in terms of his emotional feelings, his emotional condition. What do you see when you look at this particular image, which is the fourth in a row of tattoo guy? The reason I'm doing this is because this illustrates for you very clearly there are two steps that I ask you follow when you talk with me regarding custom art that you want me to create for you, whether you're a collector only or if you happen to want to use this custom art within your business. So the first step, I've kind of already shown you, you need to designate a male character that you want to appear in your custom art. This page, by the way, is from my website, DesouzaofVegas.com. If you want to go there, DesouzaofVegas.com. So the first step, real simple, designate a character, male character, you want to appear in your custom art. And as I mentioned, you can choose from a very large inventory. I've created lots, hundreds of characters over the many years that I've been doing this, since 2007. Is that right? Wow. Or he can be a new character that I create for you based on your specifications. The example I use here, because I can't give you many choices in this video, it's much simpler to provide. Tattoo guy, drum roll please. So that's why I did that. I gave you tattoo guy as the example, the designated character. All right, on that page, DesouzaofVegas.com, the second step, and there's only two, the second step is to specify your choices when you talk to me. And we do this on a phone call or Zoom or Google video chat. It's all up to you. It's free. I don't charge you anything, and you don't have to pay for it either, for the app. But the second step, second of two, is to specify your choices for how your character shall appear as you want in your custom art. So the first thing I've done in this video is show emotions. What is the character feeling in the image? And these keywords, there's only 4, making it very simple for you to tell me what you would like. Now I know many people have some difficulty, saying exactly what they're looking for. You go into a restaurant and you want a medium rare steak, and you don't have to do a whole lot of explaining because pretty much everyone knows what medium rare steak means. In this case, you have to go a little deeper, and you have to tell me in simple English what are the emotions, 1 or 2 or 3, that you want this character to be feeling in the image. And I showed you 4 examples. So let's move on to, there are only 4 keywords. I'm not going to do these in any particular order. Let's move on to costuming. All right, costuming is our next stop. And you can see here in this image, tattoo guy is wearing a different t-shirt. This looks like an athletic shirt from a college or high school. And here's tattoo guy in a simple dark, is that black t-shirt? Now keep in mind, I'm showing you things behind the scenes. So this one's not finished, this scene. You can see some of his skin under his armpit is poking through. That's not good, but this is only this is only a demonstration. Actually, if I cheat the image, cheat the angle, let's see here. Yeah, like that. Still kind of poking through, and then over here under his right pectoral, it's poking through. But this is just a test, just a sample, just a demo. I'm trying to show you costuming, not that this poor guy's skin is poking through the costume. So let's go to one more example. And here we are, fourth and final example of Tattoo Guy's costuming. It is a t-shirt with a printed words on it. And these are placeholder words. They're not meant to mean anything, although the word style and the word denim are real. But you get the idea. 3 or 4 different examples I've shown you here as far as what a character like Tattoo Guy could wear in the images that you want from me. So that covers costuming. What is the character wearing in the image? And next, let's stop at behavior. What is the character doing in the image? In this case, I'm going to go back to Tattoo Guy and give you live changes in the behavior of the character that I call Tattoo Guy. Here we go. All right, we got Tattoo Guy here, and this would be, of course, if the image was promoting something to do with tattoos. So this character wouldn't work in every situation, but for the purpose of, well, he's talking about, or he's promoting tattoos, this will work. So he's standing, he isn't wearing a shirt, because you need to see, let's go a little clearer on this. There we go. He's up in the corner, you got something I don't want there. Let me get rid of it. Wasn't that magical? Woo-hoo! All right, so Tattoo Guy is standing. He's not wearing a shirt because you want to see the tattoos that he has on his torso. The neon lighting in this scene, those background images, the circular images, are reflecting onto his body. That just kind of helps set the tone. It's not necessary. We can take those out, of course. But what he's doing, he's kind of just posed in a very respectful way, showing off the tattoos on his torso, and that's why he's not wearing a shirt. Hey, but what if you do want him to be, you're not really focusing on tattoos, you're focusing instead on other things. So let's just see what happens. Put a shirt on this guy. Wait a minute. This is quite a costume change. Now he looks like, ancient Rome, ancient Greece. And they didn't have tattoos like that back then. No. Well, I'm just trying to show you. I changed his costuming, same pose. And they didn't have sofas like that either. But this guy, Tattoo Guy, on a white sofa in a very ancient era costume. And here we have Tattoo Guy. Well, he's kind of a hipster, isn't he? Looks like he's got that t-shirt that we had already shown. Nice hat, huh? So anyway, he's in the behavior is he's posing as if he is standing behind a sofa, and I don't know what he's doing. This is just an example, but it gives you an idea of what. Let's make him look, there we go, a little more paying attention to you. Maybe he's not. He doesn't know you're here. There we go. That's another variation. Just to show you the possibilities of what you can be telling me that you want for the behaviors of your custom character. And now we're back to the final of the 4 keywords. We covered emotions, costuming, behavior, and now we're going to cover physique. What body type, tall, short, muscular, skinny, etc., does the character have in the image that you want me to create for you? Those are only some of the choices, but I do want you to tell me what body type, given an ordinary description, what body type does the character have in the image. So we're going to go back to Tattoo Guy at the sofa, changed his pose slightly, and now, drum roll, I'm going to change his physique. And this is kind of, most people never, ever see this. This is what I do behind the scenes. So I'm going to change him and see what you think. First of all, let me change something obvious. There we go. I just dropped, he's lost muscularity. Poor guy. Took maybe 10, 15 pounds off of this guy. Let's see what else we can do. Make him a little taller. Now he's a little taller. And I'm doing this without, he's going back to a beefier guy. Let me see what, all right, this one will be, suppose you wanted a very broad-chested guy. That's a broad-chested guy. Same pose, just made his chest bigger, broader, so to speak, wider. There you go, that's the word. Put him back. See what this does. Does this make any difference? That's his chest, his pectorals. You won't see that too clearly. Let's do his arms. Yeah. So we made him have wider arms. Okay. And let's have longer arms. Isn't that freaky? No wonder this guy looks troubled. Anyway, you get the idea. I think you can get the idea that it's there's a lot of variables that I can tweak for you. And this has been a very brief 15-20 minute demo of what is possible when you talk to me about ordering a custom character. So the second step is very important. You should tell me, have an idea when we talk, what, using these keywords, what is the character doing in the image, his behavior? What is the character feeling in the image, his emotion or emotions? What is the character wearing in the image, his costuming? And last but not least, what body type does the character have in the image? And these are all things that you want for the reasons that you want. There is no right or wrong answer. If you want someone who's helping you sell, let's say you do tattoos, well, that's okay. But not everybody's going to do that. So you want to pick, of the 4 keywords, pick the things as described by those keywords that best define or depict the character that you want me to create for you. What is the character doing in the image? What is the character feeling in the image? What is the character wearing in the image? And what body type does the character have in the image? These are not necessarily in any order of importance. None at all. I think I've had a good time. I know I've had a good time sharing this with you. You can see Tattoo Guy is back to relaxing. I'm ready and willing to talk with you. Phone call, Zoom, Google, chat and video, any which way you would like. We can talk about me doing creative services for you so that you get exactly the custom art image that you want. Thank you so much for watching.